Hello everyone! If you feel like you could use a little courage, you can borrow it from the guys in today's video. They have dinner on the power lines, slide from a bridge on a skateboard, and do other crazy stuff without blinking an eye. Let's get it on. That feeling when all your childhood you've been dreaming of getting into a cool amusement park, fulfilled your dream when you grew up, and then realized that this no longer excites you. Maybe the fear center of this guy's brain just shut off. Well, how can you not scream at least once on a roller coaster? Now, Hannah Whiteley will show you how not to use a board, unless you're the best kite surfer of 2020, of course. We seem to know who taught this family to be so calm. Well, as psychologists say, is there any point in worrying about something you can't change? This growing sound alone would make us run away from the runway, but the person who filmed this turned out to be a real daredevil. He didn't even twitch or duck. Meanwhile, he took a serious risk for the sake of these shots. He was very close to getting a new hairstyle. This is what it means to think ahead. If you don't want to be hit by an avalanche below, just ride on top of it. The guys, however, didn't take into account that the avalanche can gradually gain speed and get bigger. Let's hope that they manage to get there without any problems. Before seeing this video, we somehow didn't think that giant wind turbines need to be repaired from time to time. And now we don't envy the guys who are doing this. Well, the important thing's to not look down, right? Well, let's say that these dudes are great swimmers who don't need vests. Let's say that they're not afraid that the ATV can roll over and press them with its weight. But not feeling sorry for the poor ATV takes nerves of steel.
Dips right here, don't it?
We do. It will definitely dip.
Okay, we're up.
This man.
Do you think it's just a worker going down in a special cradle? Take a closer look. The dude is riding down the chimney on a damn scooter. Of course, without a safety rope, this stunt is physically impossible, but the ropes might not look reassuring when you're driving face down from a 360-foot sheer wall. Well, now Austrian stuntman Gunther Schachermayer needs to take it to the next level. Hey, how about doing the same in rollerblades? It'd seem that road workers don't need to have nerves of steel. No, they of course also take risks, but this track is completely empty, though you probably already see a clue on the horizon. This is not a track, but a runway. No, this is not a scene from Just Cause. These dudes are actually swooping at breakneck speed through a mountain gorge in Salt Lake City. Staying as close to the rocks as possible? Well, that's not extreme enough. Why not make some somersaults at the same time? Although, judging by these shots, for these madmen, somersaults are something like an easy warm-up. You got it right. This buddy is checking if the skateboard can slide off the bridge without any problems. But he's not going to. Oh, yeah, he is. We hope that the parachute can hold the weight of his, nerves of steel. How about a little flying? Check out this unusual shooting angle. You've never seen freestyle motocross like this. The bike sees this all the time and probably thinks, hey man, you're totally insane. And we agree. These tricks of Lance Russell make your head spin, even when you see them sitting on a couch at home. Many of us rode this thing in the summer, but few have accelerated to such speeds. A little more and these guys will break the sound barrier. No, seriously, ease your grip just for a second during a flight like that, and the vest will not help soften the landing much. So these two are real daredevils. Do you think this guy's some kind of extreme climber? Not quite. He is a welder. He just had a very challenging task. The guy, by the way, is only 19 years old, and he has an entire life ahead of him. Was there really no safer way to get him up? This is perhaps the strangest entertainment for couples we've ever seen. Have you ever gotten hit in the face by a wing from a careless pigeon in the park? And here we have a huge hawk flying right in front of your nose. The bird, of course, is trained, but even machines sometimes make mistakes. You don't need any comments here, just check out the stunts of this guy, who literally became one with his jet ski. We don't know what would be the correct name for wakeboarding without the board, but one wrong step and the body of this dude will definitely not appreciate this sort of entertainment, though he doesn't really seem to care. Look, he can also do CrossFit on the fly. Okay, we'll have to forget everything we've seen so far. The dude without a t-shirt has nerves, not even of steel, but adamantium. What can you say here? We wish you all have partners that you can trust this much. Safety on the road is paramount, so in order to quickly fix the wipers, this dude leaned out of the car at full speed. No, something obviously isn't right here. We wish that we could one day become as chill as this dude. Did you also find it as hard to believe that he could take a nap at an altitude like that? This doesn't even ruin his appetite, even though he has to look down when he eats from the plate. Although the workers on power lines seem to be immune to fear of heights. These two, for example, look like they're walking along the curb, not over an abyss. Wait, all this time they didn't even have safety gear? You know what the craziest thing is about this guy? He didn't have to come down this way. He just suddenly became bored of working at such height, and he then decided to cosplay Spider-Man. More than 55 miles per hour is pretty fast, even for a car. But what about a longboard? No kidding. During his ride downhill, this dude almost went 62 miles per hour. His knees trembled a couple of times, so we even thought that this was the end. We wonder if he was scared at these moments. As the guy who made this jump wrote, flying into the work week. Imagine how he flies into the weekend. Seems like this guy decided to overcome his childhood fear and finally make a full spin. But when you grow up, the swing should be slightly bigger as well. Would you risk doing something like that now? It's time to remember that girls can also do something cool, fearless, and a little reckless, just like men. We thought that approaching the very edge of the 30-meter waterfall was enough to be considered brave. But do you think that's all? No, the dude is about to jump off it in a kayak. He lost his oar and got a little scratch, but that's actually not that bad after a stunt like that. Nothing to worry about here. If this girl's silk is as tough as she is, then she'll be fine.
Hey, stop being lazy, it's time to use that brain of yours.
Welcome to Brain Time. Incredible facts from the past, the present, and even the future. The power of nature and wild animals, amazing facts and unsolved mysteries. You'll find all this and much more here. Subscribe now, you won't regret it.